Máximo do outro lado, faz a smoke, pancada, acerta a HS, vai pra
Asa hiding in boathouse now. Timing is everything, but time is short for Derek, and he finds the sweep, but Asa was quicker.
Smick standing here with Coach Zix after we see a very one-sided first map over Loud. I wanted to ask you about just the state of the team as a whole. Obviously, last stage went brilliantly for all of you and winning the whole thing. There's no question this was a little bit of a bumpier stage. What do you attribute a lot of that difficulty to? And lastly, notice that the last two matches and today's, that the team is really looking good. Cryo is popping off. So what do you attribute that improvement to?
I mean, to be honest, I'd say like a lot of it is we definitely recognize we had an issue of overconfidence. And I mean, looking at that result, I know it's going to bounce back a bit into our face. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that was definitely like kind of pushing us down. We went away from team play, and that's something that we're kind of getting back into. Obviously, like, we're a good mix of team play and individual play. Like, I mean, if we look at this match, it's like our team play was like decent, but it's like mostly it's our individual play that's like carrying. So yeah, I mean, I'd say overconfidence was the issue, and the thing that we're most looking at to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Sounds good. Well, best of luck on map number 2 in playoffs.
Fascinating breakdown there from Coach Zix about the squad, and I gotta say, it's definitely you definitely saw that play out like throughout the weeks. I'm saying like the overconfidence, and you know, then they had to hit that slump.
Sure.
Really, but now the individuals are popping off. You know, one.
I think the difference here is this obviously was a game a lot about the individuals. Cryo had a ridiculous performance in this one. The guy was owning. However, I feel like what defined this game for me was honestly the team play. When Cryo was making these kills happen, a lot of them were him updrafting, his Asuna is swinging. A lot of these plays to re-clear into mid, to flush out the lurks from less. Well, he had a utterly ridiculous game. I think the team play was there in a way that it wasn't for that earlier 100 Thieves that was slumping that Zix is talking about.
I will have to say, as much as I loved watching this game from Cryo, I think a lot of Loud players are just walking into his crosshair when he was off and down mid for so many moments. Obviously, he's an electric player, but I will put a little asterisk on that scoreline.
I will say, though, you know, yes, you're right. It did feel like at times, you know, the Loud guys were trying to just hard peek around those corners and stuff. But also,
look
Cryo,
at every single one of these kids.
But Cryo met the moment every time, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if he's hitting those shots like that, and if you're taking those really just wild risks against Cryo, that's what's going to happen. So it's like you got to respect that guy because he puts up insane numbers like that.
Yeah, I do think there were also a lot of very individually audacious moments from Cryo as well. I think about the conversation we had on him holding the line mid and not dashing back into market or swinging out of his cloudburst to take the peek into tiles with the op. Like, he was not bashful in how he was playing the situation out whatsoever.
The casters asked about the first kills. It was 11-3. That tracks. I see where you're coming from, Doug, and I agree with what you're saying. I think he did have a lot of those moments where he lent into the confidence. I think what 100 Thieves needs is the team to have those players that are locked in. Your EOs, your Boostios that are really focused on like keeping the fundamentals up, not making the team overly take risks, while still giving room for Cryo to do things like that.
You look really comfy.
I'm so comfy. It's a chill
you're vibing.
game.
I don't know if I could do that.
You can do that.
I can't. My knees would just...
My knees can't do that.
You're like so elevated.
I can.
I think if I were to do that, you'd just hear my knees crack the whole way through. So I should really get that checked out. That being said, why go ahead and consult with the doctor? Let's go ahead and hear what's going on over at the Loud camp ahead of map 2.
Coach SDK, we've noticed that Thieves is now on Duelist. A couple of weeks ago, I asked you why Sadak got Duelist, as some people predicted it might be Thieves, and now it is Thieves. Last time you mentioned that it was due to really Thieves' playstyle, that you thought it wouldn't really be conducive, but now we see that's changed, so talk to us about the rationale.
I think that Thieves is still a player that has like a more defensive characteristics, but Sadak was not feeling like very comfortable playing Duelist, so that's why we changed it. So Thieves like said, okay, I know that I'm playing controller for a long time, and I can do that for the team. So he's a really guy. The opposite of selfish, you know. I don't know the word, but he's really humble and they do the function for us. He's trying his best.
Thank you for sharing. That's really good to know, and best of luck on map number 2.
All right, so we're going to bind for map 2 here. And 100 Thieves, they started off this series on fire. I mean, well, Cryo literally was just at 17, and then Doug kept jinxing him behind the scenes. Just
He's only 17 years old.
I had nothing to do with that. Don't put that on me.
Oh, yeah.
And then I jinxed the other one right after
And you
that.
jinxed the perfect pass.
Still, it wasn't me.
He's never going to die.
Yeah.
He's like, they're never going to lose a round.
Yeah, the amount of
Who's gonna
times
get
you said
revenge?
that while we were watching the game.
When was the last time there was a perfect map?
And then it ended.
Last time there was a 13-0.
And then it ended. But, hey, let's talk about this bind here because, you know, look, there's plenty opportunity here for Loud to maybe try and, like, will themselves back into this. But, I mean, it just feels like this Loud team is they've ran into this brick wall. 100 Thieves just want to end this thing out. Go for it,
I'm going to
baby.
be so real right now.
Be the realest you've ever been in your entire life.
The series is over.
Damn, girl.
I don't believe that there's much of a chance for a bounce back on Bind.
Yeah,
100 Thieves have had rough moments on this map, but I think they're so comfortable here, especially they'll put a focus on it after that EG loss. They play a comp where they're incredibly confident. I think this is
Do we see any experimentation, maybe?
Rolling.
Some fun experimentation?
No.
I thought if we were going to see it, it might be from Loud and it might be on Ascent. I thought maybe they run the Deadlock Cypher.
I've had enough of Loud experimenting this year.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
But that phase is behind them. They've grown up now.
Yeah.
They're responsible.
I'm very surprised we have not seen the Deadlock Cypher from 100 Thieves yet. I feel like that style would fit them so well.
Hey, I mean, it would be cool to see. Don't think they'd bust it out in the last game of the season, though.
Thieves is going to experiment or try something new. I think they'll save it for playoffs and not show it today.
Totally agree with that one. All right, well, Uber and Wyatt are going to be back with the Agent Select after this quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see you on the other side.
Get cozy.
Welcome back, folks, to the top of Map 2. Bind is just around the corner, and if this one goes anyway, the last one did. It might be the last time you get to see Loud this year. And last time, Wyatt, we saw Loud come out with a neon comp on Bind, which, well, didn't really work out.
It left a lot to be desired. I am not a fan of the neon on Bind. Raze is so consistent on this map, so proven, and I just don't think the neon offers enough value in comparison. So we'll see if Loud opts to stick to their guns with that one, switch things up. When they last ran that comp, they lost to Furia, and no, they won't. So Sadhawk last time was playing the neon, and it was 2Es on Gecko. So
this is the Evil Geniuses comp now.
Yeah, they've swapped roles, bringing the Raze, and now, yeah, they've taken that EG comp, which 100 Thieves did lose to. 100 Thieves have been on a dry streak on Bind, which was their
3 in a
best
row, right?
map. Yeah, 3 losses in a row, which started at Shanghai, dropping it to Heretics. Couldn't beat EG on it either. Lost to Lev, who took their comp. So we'll see if they can begin to bounce back here on what was once their home.
Obviously, Omen making his return to Bind. Seen that a little bit recently. Damn. I ain't reading all that. Sure, it's important not to say reading them. Again, a lot of these Omen one-ways can be a little bit difficult to play around, right? We've seen the one-way thrown by the attackers to, Octagon that breaks up the double face that we've seen 100 Thieves try and use. Something Leviathan used against 100 Thieves as well, maliciously. Something that EG really look to leverage as much as they can, and we've had the Omen lurking, right? Especially with the ult up, hits over to the other side of the map, towards Showers or something similar. Either way, here we go, folks. 100 Thieves start on the defense. Will be on board with Loud. On this map of Bind, again, a loss here would mean it's the last time we see them this year, so soak it up.
It would also mean for the first time they don't finish a season as the top team from Brazil. It would be Furia placed above them. They have the head-to-head advantage over them, dishing them that defeat earlier in Stage 2. Good Nate. 2Es and
He's got 2.
perfect C's from EU.
Kawanzine, okay, able to get a bit of damage on Busio. Eventually, 2Es brings him down. A 1-for-1 trade that does see Loud get out of Shower to the side. EU hides in wait. He's about to get awful busy. Oh, the right click's a little bit wayward. 2Es was able to get back with about half of his health, and now eventually he'll be brought down, but it's bang from the periphery. Who found 3. Another pistol yet again for 100 Thieves.
Loud could just... They could see there was that blood in the water from EU missing those shots. They knew he was low on ammo. If they swing him together, might even catch him reloading.
Such a passive angle for Bang to play from.
Use just a juicy little piece of bait there for Bang.
Dangled a lamb shank in front of Loud, and they went for it.
No one even looking at him. Playing a little bit of grid shot. And again, Loud starting down. They lost the first pistol at the beginning of Ascent. 100 Thieves take the first pistol here.
They did bang that defuse as well. He's almost halfway to his Viper's Pit. Away we go. This time attention towards Hookah, an area of the map that Bang tends to lock down pretty consistently. He's already more kills than he had in the first half of Ascent. Good sign. Here we go. Straight to the side. Flashed instantly though. And it's 2 more for Bang. Make it 3.
Oh my god, the TP is so fast as well. Asuna coming through. It's just so decisive from 100 Thieves. So much confidence. Again, just peaking at the right time as we get into playoffs.
And Zix played down their team play in that first map. He said it was okay, and he felt like the individual skill was there. But the fundamentals here for 100 Thieves look better than ever. Against arguably a team that's maybe not texting them so much, but still, what a masterclass we have.
Loud on their bye. Let's see if they can get their second round here in the series. Try and shut down 100 Thieves from converting a bonus.
They disrespect the deep smoke. Now the one-way also thrown up. Side heavily flashed though. Loud, do you want to push through this? Unless he's waiting for Boostio on the wrap. A little bit slower through. Shower than the rest of his team. Cryo takes a ton of damage there to the molly. But Plunge 2 years out of the mix. Oh, the Seize!
The Seize nade!
Decent damage. Kawanzine able to limp away though. Will remain posted up here. Now 100 Thieves have to unravel this in a 4 versus 4, and that's a great start. Bang from the back of the site. Now we're going to have 300 Thieves players stacked up together.
And both of the Loud controllers are so deep down short. Time is dwindling though, hasn't even been tapped.
Paranoia timing for less is good. He hears the spike defuse. Bang sticking it, Bang sticking it. Eventually gets taken down. Now Asuna knows he doesn't have any time. And Loud are able to navigate the rocky seas of the post plant. You might be standing at the end, but not for long. Loud get on the board.
And not quite with the clock there. Tons of damage done to Loud, though. Look at the state of their economy. It's going to be an awkward buy, going up against 100 Thieves full buy now. A lot of light armors, lacking some utility pieces here and there. And perhaps Boostio getting a little bit ahead of himself, being caught. And I did want to point out too, I mean, already EU is like 2 for 2 on great seizes in this game. The fade util from him is sublime. I don't think there's anyone like him when it comes to the fade.
Yeah, Bang with that 4th round Viper's Pit. Built that absurdly quickly. And now he's going to funnel out in the direction of Showers if they have any interest of testing A. Or walk into the ocean.
Kawanzine does have that Trailblazer to go through. Dizzy as well. One molly from Bang could stymie this.
Someone got ahead of the molly though. They're pushed out. Bang, no holds his ground. Down to 33, but that's enough for the time being. Asuna can step up to reinforce that position. The pit is such an issue. Eventually Bang drops. But it took the judge inside the pit to account for him. Dizzy knocked off.
Cryo on the flank right now, down short.
Boombot thrown out there, and Cryo has such a perfect timing. No way Loud can be ready for this. Now the spike in the hands of Kawanzine, has to really fight back. Getting a couple as he goes out, not too bad. 100 Thieves convert on that gun round.
And that's the economy broken for Loud. They went into that lacking utility, lacking heavy armors.
They forced up and had to use most of that util into the Viper's Pit at the start of the round to get there.
They try to ego that pit, try to catch Bang, but he falls back into lamps. Gets this nice first kill, Sadak on the chase, and as the round goes on, things just evolve. That swing from less there, solo effort entirely, and listen, you can't blame a player for trying to make a play that will even the odds, even the man advantage, back to a level playing field, but things are just not looking synced up, and it's versus 100 Thieves whose fundamentals are looking as smooth as I've seen them this year.
Bang once again in Hookah. Baited by the shoulder peak. Great stuff here for Kawanzine to capitalize. TP came through pretty quickly now. Boostio trying to get in there with some of that util, but this is getting awkward. Showstopper. Behind him. Yep, catches Sardak coming through the TP. Not before Sardak deals with Boostio, though. And the result is a player advantage, and the spike left inside the TP. Oh, there's no way that's getting picked up.
Now, Cryo is just going to go right into the teleport and just wait.
Let me just keep an eye on this for you, Pancada. He's going to get crossfired here.
This one is all but done. The smallest of consolations is the fact that Pancada will have an orbital strike after going down to Asuna. Another 3 from him. The star arrays of 100 Thieves picking it up for them on maps like Bind.
I like this though. Good start. The TP play from Asuna though, again, he's a game that he's feeling quite confident.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is all about denying the post plant. We saw what happened when Loud are able to get that spike down. It can be really awkward, especially on A to retake that up against all that util, the post plant mollies, all that stuff. So 100 Thieves can play ahead of it, and they have been. Inside hookah, up A short with deep smokes. Maybe even some showers presence this round from Cryo too.
Cannot express enough how pivotal this round is right now for Loud. They have 4 ultimates available, 3 very influential in getting a round win, and their economy is on the line.
Boombot thrown up, and now orb secured for Loud, so they're at least able to get within striking distance of this B site. Already Cryo has been dragged over to B. Here comes Thrash from the attackers. Looking to check elbow, Obster back around here. So he can be recovered. I'll be in a slightly risky location.
Does a good job of getting some of this defensive utility out, though. That'll pay off later when Yergzak actually comes in and they're trying to pivot to A off the space that Les took in shower.
Molly, though, slows him down. Thrash again comes out. Dizzy also used by the defenders here. Showstopper too easy. He needs to get in there. Orbital strike! And everyone filters out into the path of the Showstopper. It's going to be Asuna brought down, and Boostio just surges through the smoke.
What a lovely sync of those 2 ultimates to force someone in the path of that Showstopper.
Smokes expire, and he used just a little sharper. Cryo will hide inside that dark cover.
I've got your trail.
Zeke is also used. That's a little bit too much. Provoke the TP away for less, but we are in the post plant here, and Bang is not ready for this very passive angle 2 users holding.
Enemy remaining.
Les deals with Cryo as he surges up towards Showers. Clean around from Loud. 3 guns taken out of it. They get that post plant that we're looking for.
Nicely done from Les. Similar positions that we're used to seeing him in, lurking towards Shower, but not a familiar agent by any means, playing the Omen within this, I'm going to call it the EG comp. They're the first team that I've seen play this, I think, all this year. That is the role of the Omen. A lot of presence towards Shower on attack, finding timings. So we were seeing Superman do against 100 Thieves to a lot of success. Again, 100 Thieves just lost to this comp in their last Bind game.
Sentinels early in the year played a similar role with the Yorin. The gate crash across the map could be anywhere now, of course, with Les's TP up.
Go get him.
Serious opportunity now for Loud to get back in the game, tie things up. 100 Thieves economy hangs in the balance of this round, but they're on the verge of a couple pivotal ultimates that could turn the tides in their favor. Boostio one off a Thrash, Cryo one off that orbital strike. Cryo is playing towards A. If he can get one here on short, fall off, have that ultimate to further delay the plant, maybe even kill the plant.
Yeah, I mean, 100 Thieves don't use it to delay the plant most often.
Shut down straight away. Well done from Tui's.
Cryo, no chance here to build that extra orb. Have to be till next round. Boombot thrown by Asuna now, but the nade is going to force him back. He satchels in the direction of Vents. And once again, Loud have that post plant. Here's the Nightfall for the retake attempt. And again, Bang can't find the timing he was looking for. Cowanzine is good for it. And even with the Nightfall in play, 100 Thieves have no step to this site whatsoever.
What a 2-piece for Cowanzine. He's the man that's had the hot hand for Loud in this stage 2. Statistically, they're highest in kills per round, leading in most of the stats across the board for the squad. And it's good to see Tui's begin to heat up a little bit here, too. Just had no opportunities on the Jet on map 1 to get anything going. Stats look tragic, but you can't even be mad at him. I can't even blame him. Things in entirety across the team were going awry, and when you're just trying to enter, you don't have that support behind you, you're not going to look good. But now with Loud as a unit beginning to get into the swing of things, He's starting to look good because of it as well.
And Bang has been getting thwarted for the last couple of rounds consecutively on those late flank angles. He's been prepared for, Loud waiting for him. And there's been a variation in the attacker post-plant position to answer the flank.
There.
Obviously, this Loud comp doesn't have a sentinel, so they can't play off trips or anything like that.
And so that will be 100 Thieves' economy down the drain, an opportunity for Loud to tie up the game with a significantly better buy. It's mostly Sheriffs for the 100T side. Unless for that one Vandal in the hands of EU.
Oh, they spot him. Well, they hear him at least. Okay. He just gets out. Only get the Sheriff to work with.
Holding that tight angle as well. Not going to connect the shot, taking risks, but risks you will take when you have the bad buy.
There's that one way. It's going to be irritating for Picardo to deal with. He shows himself. It's exactly the use case for that Brimstone one-way.
Just unaware that he was peeking out just barely on the right side of that Brimstone smoke. You can see Busio wants to tempt fate, recover this rifle, push up, and he's going to be able to do so. This position on short is great as well, with all of Loud just gathered up towards Shower. And again, here's Les, that lurking Omen. Does have the teleport ultimate though, so can show some presence. Pop the ultimate, meet back up with his team.
No one playing in tower here right now for 100 Thieves. Very far forward on the side in general, but you just get slapped. And Cohen's in, flashes that corner. Busio, though, is ready. Wingman going to get the plant down now. DC's going to be an issue. Busio has to time his shots there, and nothing else to rely on. Again, Cryo will be coming on a late flank, but again, it's double watched here by Loud.
Is it though? Oh, nice turns! But Cryo connects!
Oh, he's clever. Shoulder peeks that one. 2 years reveals himself, but he wins it out. It's just Bang. Oh!
What is that?
Shoulder peek as well shows 2 years. Close, but no cigar for 100 Thieves. Not about outing, though, for a pistol.
That is a lot of damage, but at this state of the game, the damage won't be entirely too relevant. Loud's win streak has their economy looking good. Finally coming to life, the Brazilian side. It's been struggles for them this year, and they'd love to end things off on a high note.
That's that one way being exploited. Roosty does want to get one here. The Dizzy makes his life hard.
Standing. One enemy
oh my god, that is outrageous. I mean, Bang today is on fire.
And you make a good point, right? Even though, yeah, only one gun gets taken out of that round, Loud had won the previous 3 rounds. Their economy is in a pretty safe spot. They've actually got multiple players still with about 4K, so they've paved the way here for the latter part of this half to have decent weapons for the next at least couple of rounds or so, and it's a timeout for 100 Thieves. They are allowing there to be plants. Trying to fight forward at times here, especially on that previous round when they only had those pistols to work with. Think back yesterday, Superman finding 3K in Shower with the Sheriff. Boostio trying to replicate something like that, but the guiding light was able to ping him out. He was forced to give that space.
And that's Coach Zix over at 100 Thieves taking a timeout before another round that carries a lot of weight. Economy once again on the line. Holding on to crucial ultimates to cross the finish line on this round 9 as well. Our 100 Thieves with that orbital strike and thrash that they got up just a round or 2 ago. So we'll see if they can convert. We'll see what the plan is. They used to run a lot of aggressive early set pieces on defense when they debuted this comp, when they were running it, more towards the Stage 1 playoffs. And those have kind of gone by the wayside as teams have watched their VODs, are keen to a lot of those early plays.
Run, little man.
So we're not going to see anything like that off the jump here.
Borg thrown there into hookah by 100 Thieves. That is where Loud are hold up at the moment. Boostio might not get to recover this thrash if he throws it down long right now. We've got the info we needed, albeit at the cost of a little bit of his health. Still might not to capitalize off this. This is...
Does he want to send this? Doesn't even
audacious.
Really have help to play off of it. We'll just force them back and...
The Homer Simpson gift, he walks into the room, puts his hat down, picks it back up, leaves. There goes Dizzy,
but Alzine gets out of the way, and now the counter thrash.
So antsy, Boosting just wants to be active.
Oh, the spray down from Bang, though.
It's good. Trailblazer also cleared, and Bang unaffected by the paranoia here. He's in a position to do some serious damage, and that's 4 on the round for Bang.
30 seconds left.
Legend has it was this guy that spawned the universe on a round like that.
Austin, don't you dare.
Come on, buddy. What happened to the power of friendship?
Imagine making the smart choice when you could get an ace and saving your gun because your economy's trash. Could never be me.
Cowanzine here will be out at sea for the rest of this round. No chance for a plant, just hoping to maintain a weapon, even though economy look doing decently. This just means it's a full buy for the next for Loud.
These parasites aren't going to take one step past this place.
What a round for Bang. Denied that ace. But again, still huge momentum builder for 100 Thieves, and a round that you sort of flagged as being pretty pivotal in economy.
When Bang is playing like this, when he is just the concrete wall on defense, he is one of the best anchors in the game. There are just parts of every map that you can associate with him in your mind on defense, where you almost just expect him to get a multi-kill every single time.
For me, it's Hookah. Like, he's always the 2-for-1 there.
Crosshair adjustments, those micro adjustments are... We're going fantastic. Yeah, this is so fast from 2Es into laps.
Not bad. Arsenal trying to trade it out, but he can't. So he just gets a rifle in his hands instead. That was banging Boostio. He's waiting for that one. And now it's up to Bangsat in spawn.
He really is starting to find these entries, 2Es.
Love that pace variation. Yeah, nothing but a judge there. The satchel down A short. Audacious, but it pays off.
Sometimes you just have to remind those defenders that we really do spawn on the site. We could just hit it right away. The spawn is the A site. They just send it. Yeah, I do love that pace variation. Mixing that in.
It's one of the only parts of the map where there's not really like a neutral zone between the attacker's spawn and the site itself. You can be blisteringly fast. Search party out there looking for Bang. And he's tucked himself away on the other side of the map and will maintain that weapon. Again, an economy that 100 Thieves is still trying to stabilize now, heading into the last couple of rounds of the half. That fast hit follow-up is great, though. Les is here to back up his duelist.
Yeah, perfect timing from Les. I love seeing his confidence from 2Es. He's pushing forward for more, taking that deep position, but he's getting the follow-up, too. It's not just some pure solo effort. All right, 100 Thieves now again, economy on the line. With how back and forth this has been, I feel like I've been saying that a whole lot. Crucial round here, though, towards the tail end of this half. Again, Loud, they just want to explode down short, but Cryo going to deny that.
I don't know if Arsenal showed himself yet. I think he can have a free swing at this, and he does. Spike goes loose as Sadak lets it clatter to the ground. Boombot going to be thrown out to try and clear. And Arsenal might just straight up swing this smoke. Busy times as Cohen's in. It costs him up close. Paint shells end up uselessly exploding behind it, but there's no plant yet. That's crucial. 100 Thieves still have these two anchor players, and Bang can't commit to A yet.
Oh, Boostio. He had to be worried. Was scared to push into laps. Knew that angle was a possibility. Great swing from EU.
He can play the clock now. Buy some time for Bang to get here, and they might have a crossfire through the TP, though. Les goes. Trying to get to that B side as quickly as humanly possible, but Bang will have an opportunity here. Les can't just push through this, surely. TP onto the site instead, but still paid briefly. Bang avoidance! But Les cleans him up on the second attempt.
What a shot. EU takes the teleport.
He's low, by the way, 70 HP.
Les flipping the site, trying to play from the back.
There's the C's thrown out. Les is caught inside of it, has to eat the Prowler. But he has 100 Thieves in his crosshairs.
And that's what you love to see from the man that you expect to be the star of Loud, who's been a little bit faded, a little bit lackluster in this stage too. And playing the Omen, which is not something that we see from him, to some serious success. Lurking on this attacking side, closing out the clutch.
Great adaptation in the 1v2 there. Quick switch over to the B side, definitely caught 100 Thieves off guard. Last round of the half here, Thieves are, well, Boostio's a bucky, so I should explain it.
And Loud have been playing at this very quick pace. And if they want to do it again, they have Seekers and Showstopper to do it with.
Showstopper comes out instantly. You're going to catch him on the cross. So sharp on the Guardian. Drops out of tower, but he's still with his own ult. That also gets shut down. No Showstoppers for anybody this round. Little tuck from Cryo lets him pick up Cohen's, but now it'll be cleared by Util. It doesn't matter. Cryo gets the 2-for-1, and he is right behind him. Let's do it again. And it's going to be even.
Wicked fast from 100 Thieves on the swings for each other.
Switching sides.
Just spilling through lamps. That was such a nice movement adjustment from Cryo, expecting that swing, where to place his crosshair despite that dizzy.
See, Arsenal was sat in spawn because he knew he needed to quickly be at the side. He only had a stinger, but he needed to make use of the showstopper. Even after he got shut down with this shot here, Cryo finding 2 on that swing out after being tucked and picking up Cowanzine. EU just did the same thing. Come out of U-Haul, took the shot. We're heading to halftime, folks. It's 6 apiece here on Bind. A must-win map for Loud to keep this series going.
All right, so we decided to have some fun, do something a little different. All right, we got Caleb over here. He had a sign that said, "I know all of the voice lines in the game," and Mimi happens to know all the voice lines in the game as well. So I figured we'd do a little challenge. And the way it's going to work is we don't have a buzzer, so you're just going to slap my leg when you want to give the answer, okay? You know,
will you buzz?
We're kind of ghetto like that. And I'll buzz, yes, for sure. All right, first up. All right, who said this? "You have good taste, my friend."
Chamber.
Where at?
Match start.
That is correct. Wow, well done.
Okay.
Well done. All right, next line. They say, "We have one job, save this earth. No excuses." Oh.
Sage match start?
No. Who?
Astra?
Incorrect. No, it's KO. It's KO. All right.
KO.
Who gives the ult line, "Here we go"? Slap the leg, someone.
I don't know.
No?
Here we go?
Here we go.
No clue.
Yeah, it is Neon. It is Neon.
It's Neon. Caleb is right. Yes. Mimi's a fraud. Let's send it back over to the casters.
Wyatt, I can't believe they didn't get you in that game. You know all the voice lines as well.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't standing here stumped at all 3. See, now, why are you throwing shade at me? I was about to talk about how Mimi's getting fired. We found a new analyst.
I just thought I'd make something up.
To get her the hell out of here. All that.
Well, they're between a rock and a hard place now. As are this Loud team, of course. A very lackluster first map, but now they managed to make it competitive here on Bind. Some great fast hits to close out the half.
And we'll see if they can finally claim their first pistol round win in this series.
Yeah, they're 0-3 for this match. Okay, Pincata spooks them off. Flexes the tattoos. I'm assuming he has them. Oh, he's got the spot!
Spike down.
He will, of course, go down to those, but Spike is now loose after that cheeky little angle at the back of Hookah, and Cryo dips in, picks it up. Down to 40, though.
Cowanzine just needs to get his.
More than. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, we're looking at a Loud pistol round here for sure. Unless Cryo can do something. Never mind. Let's pick him off here. Loud get into that lead and get a crucial pistol in the second half here on Bind.
You can see on every POV individually, these Loud players, shots starting to connect. Crosshair placement looking better. The flicks looking cleaner. They were so out of it in all aspects of the game on Ascent. But obviously, they were just not getting any kills.
Yeah, I mean, their clearing protocols were a bit awkward, right? They left mid so open on that Ascent map.
Every duel was just going in the way of 100 Thieves. And now, with them coming to life, maybe they can steal away 100 Thieves map pick, be the 4th team in a row to beat 100 Thieves on what was their home map not long ago, just a month and a half ago.
Yeah, some genuine concerns, I think, about this 100 Thieves Bind map.
And they keep picking it when it's available. When the other team doesn't ban it, they are still picking it. And I think you're going to just see teams start to ban it against them less and less. It felt like a must ban, you know, during Shanghai, during the Stage 1 playoffs, but not anymore.
Because that Viper wall, something that Loud don't have, Under Thieves do get new call control. Karanzine obviously showing a lot of traces out there from Tower. Into Vents, I think there's a Thieves player at least. Yep, set up there, of course, is going to be Arsena. Still attempting a plant now. Dizzy for Sarnak, gives him a bit of info. I want to play that corner pretty comfortably with the Spectre, but Arsena catches him out with the paint shells. Post plant now, 100 Thieves. Spreading out amongst this A site, showing very little of themselves. Loud have to step up, offer something in trade.
One enemy remaining.
And they're winning out all of them now. Less than 2 is inside the poison cloud. This is smoke clears, only one Loud player drops. Clean.
A lot of damage done. Loud played that very patiently. Was worried for a moment perhaps they had missed the timing to fight a little bit more aggro out of showers together. But they bided their time, took advantage of that better weaponry. Slowed down the game, and all things considered, again, clean anti-eco as we head into 100 Thieves buy round. They've got a nearly pure attempt at a bonus win to get themselves firmly in the lead for the first time in this series.
It's worth bearing in mind that Outlaw feels a little less good in a round like this, where it is the full buy for 100 Thieves, but 2 years has held onto it. So the one way here, aggressively being used by Less on both sides of the map, over towards Shower, this time defensively. Okay. Karanzine instantly punished. And the ping there means 100 Thieves think there might have been a double crossfire set up there at the top of B-Long. A la Leviathan.
Now things will be slowed down as Loud have lost that information gathering agent. Luckily for them though, they are retaining this shower control. Less is pushed up there, so that's a bit of info, but with this buy, they're content with focusing their attention towards A, trying to stack up a little bit of a gamble, leaving the IGL Sodhawk over towards B alone.
At some point, probably going to get a Loud player drifting over, or at least via the TP, so Bang might be getting a little busy in a moment.
Saw you, Mosh!
Molly thrown out. It's going to buy a little bit of time here for Loud. The rotation's starting to happen, perhaps. Here comes that side hit. Molly is going to force Sardak to stay off the side here. He's down to below 70 health.
30 seconds left.
No rotations through TP. That part of Hookah is just unknown to Loud. They don't want to take the risk. They're all going to have to play from backside here.
They have good utility to get back in the Dizzy, the paranoia.
Here. Some wallbang shots here being thrown out. 2 years spamming at the wall. Lucio is stuck in that corner here as Wingman goes to check the contents of the smoke. Also, there. Moments on him. Lucio safe for the time being, but anchor well in that corner. It's Arsena helping him out here from Hookah. Okay, Loud able to find one. Pancada deals with Lucio on the side here, but Arsena's holding it down until now from Hookah. No real time, though, for Loud to get this defuse, and 100 Thieves going to play safely off the side. They know this one is done. Full buy for 100 Thieves. Awkward, only need to take 1 gun, 2 guns out of the round at least.
Some pretty fair damage. For a second there, I was worried that your upset stomach from yesterday came back. Glad to see that's not the case. Just random little spam as the smoke came down there. Perfectly timed from the U. And Kickoff looking nice on that retake. Good damage done. And that does put 100 Thieves in a fairly tough economic spot now. Arsena has the showstopper to play with, but has 0 credits to play with right now, going forward.
Okay, we're going to have a defensive pop here towards short, or at least the smoke, to allow Loud to extend their control of the map a little more there.
And over towards A, we just have Sodhawk playing close with this Judge.
And Bang has to know something's up with the deep smoke from the defenders there. Unlikely he'll look to test it. Also some serious showers control being enacted by 2 years, so much so that he might be able to wrap up, and Bang's ready for this push.
Karanzine over on B towards Octagon actually pushed through that smoke, and that's allowing this rotate from Loud to come towards A.
Bang's ready for it. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Great shot.
2 years just hopping up on that little bit of mainstream, maybe gives him the edge. BDU is able to trade it out. A lot of defensive pings towards showers now.
And there are so many smokes that can get cycled from this comp with Loud, the double controller, that it's going to allow Sodhawk to keep playing forward here with
no matter
this
what.
Judge.
There'll be smokes here no matter what.
There's another one.
At some point, do you just disrespect it? Chalice is being cleared though. Pallet's just been sent through. Oh, Dizzy doesn't see Sardak. That's a freebie. And that's a spike drop loose now as well. Showstopper just speculated with. But Sardak is still standing. They thought they got the Judge player. They did not. EU's got into the back of the A side though. Now can put some pressure on this short position. But Sardak finds 3. That should not be allowed.
And that is how he's giggling away.
You can't believe it.
You can't blame him.
The
He's
mastermind
feeling silly.
Again.
That is the magic of the double controller comp at times, how oppressive that can be at the choke points. And it was such a little micro play, but Kalenzine over towards Octagon, when the smoke went down there, he just pushed through it and held the angle more forward, and that allowed the rotate off and the rest of those players towards A to feel comfortable, and they're anchoring up that site, continuing to play forward with Sardak.
Silly round. Even STK can admit it.
Finally, some positive vibes for the Loud squad, man.
He's even a one-way for long? Oh, that's so filthy.
Poison's off.
Right now, Loud, they have pushed all the way down.
Is that even a one-way? I don't think that works.
That's an interesting smoke. We'll be going back to the lab with that one.
The timing.
Except this is their last match, so they won't be going back to the lab for that one.
It's going to be a long lab session. Cryo at least able to get the 1-for-1 with nothing but a classic. And they're not ready for E to drop on them. Loud might have overextended into this now. Look at the rifles being dropped. 2 of them for 100 Thieves now to hand.
And not even might have. They're doing way too much. Luckily, they're less feeling confident that this will be a B play. We'll have something of a crossfire with Pancata.
Pryor's already out on the site, but he gets caught. That elbow presence there for Pancata shuts him down instantly. Still, there's 2 rifles been passed around for 100 Thieves. They still have them to work with. Mosh pit on bang. He gets caught out by Sardak now. Fantastic couple of rounds for the IGL.
Well done. And if there's one thing I definitely do want to give credit to Sardak for in 2024, his individual play has been good. I've been impressed with his fragging pretty much the entire time. And funny enough, actually more so when he's not playing Duelist. I think he has been better individually when I'm thinking of him towards the end of Stage 1 and the Stage 1 playoffs.
Absolutely. There you go. And in the big games, he's also been an impact player.
Yeah. Which again, I'm repeating myself, but somehow it's not on the Duelist. It's not on the Neon. It's just not his agent. It's just not his role. He doesn't feel the comfortability there like he does, you know, playing the Initiators.
But let's be real for a second here. 100 Thieves again, continuing to struggle a little bit on this bind map. You know, it's been talked about a fair bit. I think, you know, Kaplan of Sentinel said, you know, when we came back from Madrid, we feel like at Lotus, for example, we really got kind of figured out. Felt like people really knew how to play around it, and what was their best map at the time became one that they had to take back, like you said, to the lab and work on. That just might be the reality here for 100 Thieves, and if they're thinking about a deep postseason run, playoffs, and then, oh God, maybe even champs after, this is a part of the map pool that's going to need a real look, because this team is also banning Haven fairly often, right? They want to maintain the depth of map pool if they want to go up against the best of Americas, and then, of course, the world, if that's on the table for them.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them begin to pick Ascent as their first and just float bind later into the series, maybe have it be a decider map. And they were never playing Lotus either. Maybe that'll work its way into their pool, given they beat EG recently. They still have a chance to come back into this one, of course, though, and get this 2-0 victory over a rejuvenated Loud here on map 2.
Smoke really allowing 2 years to get up here, and he got to detain as well. Those paint shells could have been of concern, but elsewhere, Les has been able to find Cryo. That was the push defensively out of Hookah. Such confidence here for Loud, taking control of the map in general. Arsenal, though, gets ahead of the defenders. He's wrapped all the way around them, but now looking to contain them with the rest of 100 Thieves. Spotted by Wingmando. Satchel here to throw someone off their footing if they try and push it, but it was Boostio they instead turn their attention towards. Dizzy captures Arsenal, but he's still about to find the kill, but it's all up to him now, the 1 versus 3. A wild defensive round for Loud. They push so deep up on this map. They now have the wind in their sails.
Shut down by Pancata at the end, and these are the kind of rounds that 100 Thieves actually don't do anymore, when they are on defense on this map. It was something they were doing a lot when they debuted this comp. We're playing this back in Stage 1. These aggressive splits, pushing down out of Hookah, pressuring those players in market, sometimes going for a big ult play with that, involving the Thrash among some other ults. They had a lot of set pieces like that they just are not using anymore. And you totally get why. Everyone has watched them on this map. Everyone has seen what they do.
Loud definitely made better use of that timeout than 100 Thieves did, that's for sure. Now back to something that approximates a bit more of a standard setup. Kawanzin gets the confirmation. 3 players already at B here for Loud. And a double face set up for the defenders here by Octagon.
He's been so aggressive in this position, Kawanzin. Pancata's the one who suffers an early death, though.
They capitalize on the dizzy timing. Pancata has to respect it. Here comes Thieves, though. No connection now on the showstopper. One he wished he'd had back. And that early aggression for Loud here might have backfired. But again, it's Sardak, who's so dependable at moments like this. Straight through the TP now. Waiting in hookah as the cross happens to the side. He's going to check this now. Sees, connects. Sardak here going to throw that dizzy up again, but it's Wingman on the palm. He interrupts it still. That's so dirty. And he's bought a lot of time here for Les to get to the site too.
Les needs to run, though. He is still quite far away.
Boostio inside the container.
Spike planted.
He's able to get the plant down, but Sardak can break up the crossfire here.
His dizzy is back as well. Could use that to get Les in.
There it is. You not spotted out by that on the corner, and Boostio finds Les as he makes his way to the site. Now the 1 versus 1!
Oh my god, the Argentina wins it out again! And look at his moves. He's feeling himself. This is what I wanted to see, some fun, some whimsy from the Loud side in their last game. There's been so much pressure on them being that top representative from Brazil. It's been a hard-fought year for them. It's been bumpy roads the entire time, and I really want to just see them enjoy themselves in this last game. I think that is one of the major keys to victory.
What's not to enjoy about that?
Sodhawk right now top fragging on the Gecko in the server, tied with Asuna at 18.
And now Loud are 1 round away from taking Bind and sending us to Lotus. Kind of Thieves have looked lackluster on this map. 2 years picking up the operator here. Hit with everything, including the kitchen sink. And Asuna looks to make some space here with the showstopper. This is going to force Loud to play here from vents entirely. Paint shells up for Asuna, and he's ready to play up close and personal with the judge.
Tui's getting the heal, and after that, Seeker's going to come out from Kawanzin.
He's gone to the site now, barreling his way in towards U-Haul, but Asuna has the judge perfectly equipped for fights at this proximity, and he'll take 3! There is going to be a bit of a pinch here from Les, but it comes against a full-strength 100 Thieves. And Pancata will try and play the edges off this smoke. Drops down, makes out, but Boostio wasn't ready for it. It's a 1-for-1. About as much as you could hope for here, as it's all up to Les. Okay. There won't be any time for a defuse here, realistically. That'll be the round. 100 Thieves kick themselves in it.
Not over just yet. Keeping it simple with that A exec. Pass that judge over to your Rays. Allow them to take point. Double satchel. Get in lamps deep where the angles are tight like that one. Last kill.
Saw that from Thieves
earlier. Just silly. Yeah. Some may say that the judge needs a nerf. They call me some. I would love to see that one day, surely. Sardak has the Thrash available to try and close this game out. 100 Thieves now focus their attention towards B. Very quick Thrash. Oh, it crosses over. They wanted to go for a teleporter crunch, but no one from 100 Thieves were too close up on A to actually meet that on the other end.
But Les found Bang, who was sitting so deep, basically in the attacker spawn there. Pushing all the way out of showers, ready to play off that crunch and still get something for his trouble. I don't think he's at B long, sure enough. There's a bit of a stalemate in the middle part of the map there as Cryo knows that Kawanzin is encroaching. Here's the Thrash. Sardak going to be caught by that one now outside of the smoke, and it's an easy enough pick-off, but Pancata wins in the middle. And now Kawanzin has gotten through.
Look at that wrap from Kawanzin. Is so perfect. As the 100 Thieves players are delayed further again, the double controller, the number of smokes to delay the attackers. It's giving Kawanzin this timing. EU is actually watching it though.
Not anymore. Turn his attention towards the B site. And it's all too easy for Kawanzin to pluck him away. And he sees the spike go loose there as well. Info flowing in for Loud. Kawanzin just wins those. He just wins them.
and he can't be allowed to. Let's close things out. Coming to life on map 2 are Loud. As a team and individually, you could see the utility was so much more coordinated, especially towards the end of that game, how they were playing around all of those smokes on offer from the double controller comp.
Constant one-ways to exercise deeper control of the map than you otherwise would have. Showers felt like it was always Loud's territory. Attack or defense, they had that part of the map dead to rights. Some great fast plays, also defensively pushing up short, smoking it up. I think a big round for Sardak, the 3K with the judge in hand. Bit of vintage Loud in this game for us.
And despite winning 13-1 on the first map, 100 Thieves continue to crash out on Bind. 4 losses in a row now. Can't be spoken about enough how this was headed into Shanghai, their map. They were the best in the world on Bind, and everyone has figured them out.
Quick break now, but when we come back, the analysts are going to get us ready for our decider map in this series.